on further with the evening? Yes. So
Yes.
welcome everyone to the 12th day of our 8th Mavin Spiritual Festival. And it's still all about light. But today we are going to learn how to be the light. So you've got very interesting speakers lined up for today. And but first of all, we'll start off with an angelic message of light from Dr. Nupur. So I invite you, Dr. Nupurji, please give us a message, a wonderful message.
Thank you, Minuji, for giving me this platform. And I'm really very grateful that I am having this opportunity to share this beautiful cards which are created with the help of light. And I'm going to read whatever message light will send us. And we are just connecting to light, manifesting light, knowing about light. So let's take out something, how to be light. So let's see what card has to say about be the light. So these are the card, the light card, and the message from light beings up there. It says, pillars of light. Your vibration is rising and you are the oracle. So as we proceed towards the end of this festival, just 2 days more, and we have already risen above our normal level. Our vibration has risen above. And today we are going to be the light. And let's see what we have in store for today evening. So over to Minuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nupur, for that wonderful message. It's so amazing the way the angels know what we need. We get exact card for the day. So we move on to our evening. And first of all, I invite our bubbly Sonal Parihar to be our star power for the evening again. So she's here.
Thank you so much.
I'm not saying it's evening. Fine. So she is, of course, well known.
वीडियो हैंग हो रहा है
मीनू जी का इंटरनेट इश्यू it seems, so she will be coming in a while. So here we welcome Sonal over here. She will be the expert of the day. And since Meenu ji is connecting and zooming in towards us, we will wait for a while with her. And in the meantime, I would like to say a few words for Sonal also. Sonal is a beautiful person and a lovely, you can say, TV actor. She has achieved a lot in her area. She has done so many serials, so many episodes where you can see her shining like a star. She is a celebrity out here. And not only that, not only in acting field, she is very much active in her own ways, counseling people. Then she is really giving all the advices. And over here, she is expert. Well-educated person who is into acting to pursue her what she wants in her heart, her passion of acting. And that is what she is doing, living her, budding career after doing her MBA in bank. And here she is acting and shining like a star. She is really a light within us. And she's really giving us a beautiful pearls of wisdom and lights shining through the world. That is so beautiful. And that's what she is here all about. So welcome, Sonal, to be expert of the day. And that is what we really are grateful and thankful to you that you are here gracing them.
I am the one who's grateful because it is not just that you guys give me the honor to be here to whether speak or expert, like I said, is a big word for me, but I get to learn so much every time I am connected to Maven. So it is absolutely an honor, a pleasure, and it is absolutely a blessing to be connected to all of you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Bless you. And here I will hand over to Minuji. Minuji is back, zoomed in. Welcome,
So
Minuji.
it's not easy to be part of the light. No, we have to go through some glitches. So it's okay. So yes, so Sonal is welcome. So I'll move on to our first speaker, Rajvin Kaur. She's from Malaysia. And she is an amazing person. She has, in fact, been nominated as the finalist for Miss Amazing Malaysia 2023-24. And plus, she's a laughter coach as well, yoga coach, and an ambassador from Malaysia. She is unfortunately a victim of cerebral palsy, which has limited her motor skills and muscular development. But despite that, she has a lot of courage and strength to be here as a coach. So she doesn't let her condition define her. Instead, she has become a motivational speaker, and she is empowering many individuals with her strength and unwavering spirit of life. So today we welcome her here to talk about be the light and inspiration for others. So I invite you, Rajwin. So please, over to you now.
Okay, good evening. Good evening. Good evening, and thank you, Sonal. Thank you, Dr. Nupur. Thank you, Minucha, and thank you, Dr. Shabana, for inviting me to speak in this 8th Mavin Festival. 8th Mavin Festival. My title for today is Be the Light for Self and Inspiration for Others. So, as a finalist for Miss Amazing Malaysia Season 2, 2023-24, I would like to say that when we are given life, when we are given to be the inspiration, so we should be the inspiration you want to see, not others want to see. So special thanks to Dr. Nupur for inviting me to speak at this event. So let's get down to the topic today. So today I'm going to cover what is light, how do we get it, how do we be the inspiration for ourselves and others, and how do we have to be inspiration for self and others. And also I'm going to cover one laughter yoga exercise and meditation in the end. So light is power from within. So how do we achieve the light? We achieve the light through meditation, empowerment, and many, many more. So how do we be the inspiration for self and others? So here are 10 ways, as I mentioned. I think Nupurji got the we have the I have given. So number one, you have to be through gratitude. Number two, you have to be the role model to anyone around you. Number three, you have to be the be the light. And number 4, you have to practice gratitude. You cannot be selfish, and you cannot be judgmental, and you have to be courageous, and you have to break the glass ceiling. Um, like my example would be Virali Modi. She had met with the accident. Um, she was my inspiration to be in pageantry, because despite all of that, she is the actor and role model for TV. So, in similar ways, I'm one of the finalists for Miss Amazing Malaysia Season 2. And I'm happy, and I'm broken the glass ceiling by being the light and being the inspiration that I have a degree. If uh, if if I can do it, anyone can do it too. So now I would like to start with laughter yoga. Laughter yoga is a joyful breathing. But for today, I only have one exercise because of time constraint to give. For today, I have since the topic is light and inspiration, I have for today, I have an exercise called Aloha Laughter. So, aloha. Ha 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 ha. So before I end, I would like to do meditation and also give some points. So meditation is like close your eyes, try to feel the light between us. This is light traveling around us, around me, around you, around everyone, around the world. So be happy and joyous. And when you are ready, open your eyes, and in the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, open your eyes. Ha 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 ha. Yay. And then we have the before I go, we have if you guys have any questions, please unmute yourselves. Otherwise, yeah.
Thank you, Rajvin, for that very inspiring session. So I'll invite Sonal to comment on it right now, since it's pretty late for her in Malaysia. So if she would like to leave after the session, she's most welcome. So she can stay also, of course. So Sonal, I would like you to
I
comment.
would stay because I have very interesting.
Good. But still, we will go. Yeah. Yes, Sonal.
Yeah, thank you, Neerji, and thank you, Rajvi. It was really like the topic. It was very inspiring, and that spark, that light, that is the theme of the whole spiritual fest this time. That I can really feel and see that light in you. My question for you will be like, the topic is to be an inspiration for self and for others. And like you mentioned also that, one should be an inspiration and motivation for others. You should feel the gratitude. So I'm sure there will be few people who have inspired you. I want to know how much percentage of inspiration the external inspiration works for you, and how much your own inspiration works for you.
My own inspiration is 100%.
Okay.
External is would say 90%.
Oh, I actually, this was in my mind that you inspire yourself more than what externally things are inspiring you, because
Yeah.
that warmth, that strength that is inside you, to like, it's not just like what I felt was that internal inspiration is higher than the external ones. I felt that, but I just wanted to confirm it because you not only think of getting inspired, you feel you believe in inspiring others as much as possible. But I still wanted to just confirm that whatever hunch I was having, whether it is right or not. Thank you so much. It was very sweet and very inspiring, Rajvi. Thank you so much.
Okay, before we come to the next speaker, our founder, are you having anything to say about this?
Sorry?
Our founder, Shabana.
Shabana ji.
Thank you, Rajvan. We are just every time we hear you, we get inspired by you. So definitely you meet the criteria of this title that you are sharing today. Be the light, inspire yourself and inspire others. So we are inspired by you. Thank you.
So before I end, I just want to share two ideas more. They said that if you surround yourself with people who bring you light and positive aura, the light will attract to you. If you surround yourself with people who will bring you darkness, there will be darkness. Do you agree with me, happiness coach CK? I'm sure you agree with me.
Yes, I do agree.
So
Rajvan.
in laughter yoga, you can come and view my laughter yoga session one of these days. I will send you the link. Shabana ji can send you my contact and we will connect here.
Yes,
So,
even I am a practitioner of laughter yoga. As
so
Shabana can recall, my last session was in the previous festival was on laughter yoga only.
so welcome to the club.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rajvin, for that. Thank you so
So,
much for being here.
Vinay, good luck for your session, and I will be staying up till
Yes,
8.
so good.
Yes. So all the
So,
best.
Thank you, Rajvan.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Rajvin. So we'll move on to our next speaker, our happiness coach, CK Aroraji. And he believes that the end goal of all human pursuits is happiness, which is very true. Everyone is running after happiness. And he's even created an organization called Happiness Institute, where he offers courses to bring happiness into your life. Wow. So he is an author and a keynote speaker at many places. And I love this line of his in his introduction: I'm a killer. I kill the issues of stress, anxiety, low productivity. Wow, superb. So today he is here to talk about happiness as light. So I invite you here to our platform, CK Arora ji. Over to you now.
Thank you, Minuji, for the wonderful introduction. And thanks, Shabana, for inviting me to this wonderful platform. So, friends, imagine a world plunged into darkness. The weight of burdens presses down. Shadows dance with anxiety. And the path ahead remains unclear. We stumble, we yearn, we search for that elusive spark, that flicker of happiness to illuminate our way. But if happiness wasn't just a fleeting firefly chased through the meadows of uncertainty, what if it wasn't a rare treasure unearthed by chance? What if happiness was instead a radiant light within each one of us, waiting to be ignited. That's the truth. I stand before you to proclaim we are not vessels of emptiness, seeking to be filled with fleeting joys only. We are luminous beings, pulsating with the potential of joy, purpose, and a thriving inner light. The question then isn't how to find happiness, but how to unleash the radiance already within us. Think of yourself as a prism, a diamond in the rough. Life's experiences, both beautiful and challenging as well, are the rays of light that strike your faces. They refract into 1,000 shimmering colors. जैसे हमने केमिस्ट्री की क्लास में पढ़ा था, फिजिक्स की क्लास में, ये इधर से लाइट आती है and there it goes into a radiance of beautiful colors. What are those colors? Love, the first color. Laughter, as we were talking with Rajvin, laughter. Resilience, compassion, strength, forgiveness. The weight of the burden is no longer there then, isn't it? So, my dear friend, at this point of time, I want to add more colors from all of you. Can you add more colors to this refraction which passes from the prism? Anybody add?
So gratitude or
Yes.
counting the blessings.
Perfect. Perfect. What about peace?
Peace and also good food.
Yes. Good.
Eating your favorite food brings you
Yeah.
happy. Yes. Especially dark chocolates. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Because I'm a victim of I'm a very open trainer here at Mavin.
Mhm.
Mavin and Miss Amazing Malaysia is my family. So
Mhm.
I can shoot a lot of questions to everybody in the mornings
Yeah.
or anytime. So dark chocolates are very, very good.
Wonderful. But sometimes the layers of dust on the prism, and what are the contents of the dust? The doubts, the fears, right? They accumulate, dulling your brilliance. My friends, my mission as a happiness coach is to be your light worker. Together, we will break down the barricades that dim our glow. We'll polish away the negativity, unveil the facets of your hidden strength.
Not only the barriers, but actually the glass ceiling is
Yes.
actually
And
glass
teach you to dance with the light. As we walk on this path together, there are 6 things that we are going to discover. Number 1, the power of mindset. Learn to reframe your thoughts, rewrite your story, and transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Number 2, the art of gratitude. Yes, someone mentioned that as well as one of the colors which is coming out of the prism. Uncover the magic of appreciating the little things and watching your inner light, and amplify with every grateful breath that you take. Number 3, joy of connection. Build meaningful relationships, cultivate your community, and become the beacon of support, drawing others to your vibrant energy. खींचे चले आएंगे लोग आपके पास. You will become people's magnet. Number 4, resilience of the spirit. Master the art of bouncing back. Yes. From setbacks, turning every struggle into a stepping stone on your path to radiance. Number 5, the power of purpose. Discover your unique spark, your reason for being, and let your light illuminate the world with passion and meaning. The 6th one is the power of laughter, that we have already, got some light from Rajvin. So thank you very much. You made my job easier, Rajvin. So this is not about fleeting happiness or friends. This is about igniting a lifelong flame. Lifelong flame. Now, the 6 things that I talked about, we can't do all of these things together in this 10-minute or 15-minute time slot that was given to me, but I can surely give you a glimpse. So together we'll break down the barricades that dim your globe, that comes because of the dust that is on the prism. So we'll polish away the negativity, unveil the facets of your hidden strengths, and teach you to dance with the light. As we walk on this path together, we are going to discover several things other than the 6 things that I already spoke. All right. So, are you ready to step into your radiance? I'm listening. Are we ready
Yes, sir.
to get a
Yes.
small glimpse of that, taste of the things that I provide to my clients? And if you want full on, speak to Shabana. Right. So let's embark on this journey together and become the embodiment of happiness, radiating light into every corner of our lives, and not just you, the people around us. So this is not a promise, friends. This is your transformation waiting to happen. So who's ready to shine? I'm waiting. Who's ready? I didn't hear anything from anybody.
We are all muted.
Okay,
We are all
fine.
muted, but yes, we are ready.
Yeah, okay, fine. I got it. Thank you very much. Okay, so I would like you to close your eyes and I'll take you through a meditation, small meditation. So let's ignite your happiness light. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, feeling your belly expand with your air. Exhale slowly. And releasing any tension or worries along with the carbon dioxide that we are exhaling. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast meadow, bathed in the gentle light of the dawn. The grass simmers with dewdrops, and a soft breeze whispers through the wild flowers. In the distance, a majestic mountain range stretches towards the horizon, kissed by the golden rays of the rising sun. As you stand here, feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the coolness of the grass beneath your bare feet. Just feel it. This is a place of peace, a sanctuary of light. Now bring your attention to your heart. Imagine a tiny spark of light flickering within a vibrant ember of joy. This is your inner light, the source of your true happiness. With each breath that you take, feel this spark grow brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. Inhale the golden light of the sun and let it fill your heart with warmth and radiance. Exhale any shadows of doubt or negativity, allowing your inner light to push them away. See the spark expand, becoming a radiant flame. It dances with your chest, filling you with a sense of peace and joy. It flows through your veins, warming your limbs and igniting your spirit. Let your inner light rise like a beacon of love and positivity. Watch it climb up through your throat, illuminating your mind with clarity and purpose. Feel your inner light streaming out of your eyes, streaming and streaming both out of your eyes, bathing your surroundings in a gentle glow. It reaches out to the wildflowers, making them bloom with vibrant colors that we saw earlier. They were emanating from the prism. It touches the trees, filling their leaves with a golden shimmer. Your inner light extends to the mountain range, painting the peaks with radiant hues. It spreads across the meadows, transforming the world around you into a paradise of light and beauty. See yourself as a lighthouse, your inner light guiding others through darkness. You radiate love, compassion, and understanding, inspiring everyone to touch you and your happiness. Now, take a moment to simply bask in the warmth and radiance of your inner light. I'll just give you 30 seconds to enjoy those moments. Feel the joy it brings, the strength it gives, the peace it inspires. Remember, this light is always going to be with you, a constant source of strength and happiness. You don't have to look outside, all lies within us. You can access it anytime you need it, simply by closing your eyes, recalling this moment that we were together and the moment that you spent there in the open, and taking a deep breath. Carry this inner light with you throughout your day and week and month and year and decade. Let it shine in your interactions with everybody around you, whether it is at home or at work or during training programs that you are conducting or you are socializing with people. So your words and your actions must be full of such positive emotions, and this energy gets transferred into the receiver. So be aware of that. Be a beacon of hope, a source of joy, and a reminder that true happiness is always within the reach. Slowly, you may open your eyes, bringing the awareness of your inner light back to your present moment. And once again, remember, you are a radiant being, and your light has the power to transform the world around you. Go forth and shine, my dear friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you so, so much, Aurora ji. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Beautiful words also.
Thanks.
Beautiful meditation. So I'll move on to the next speaker and we'll come back to you later on with the comments. So I invite Vinay Babar now. Vinay, could you please come on camera? Yes, thank you. So Vinay is also a proponent of happy thoughts. So it's carrying over the tone of the evening, the sessions. And he's a life and business coach as well. And inspires a lot of people with his attitude of never say die. And today he's going to guide us how to tap into our true potential. So over to you, Vinay. Welcome on the show. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, sure. So
Yes.
thank you for inviting me here. Thank you, Mavin. I've been associated with Mavin for quite a number of years now, ever since I started Consciously Positive in the morning session. So I'm really grateful that Mavin has invited me to this sessions on spirituality. Spirituality is very core to my heart, although I conduct trainings and coachings for many corporates and many people in the personal domain and the professional domain. But spirituality is something which drives me to the core, and this is where I take energy from. So I really want to thank the speakers, the earlier speakers, Rajvin, who set the tone. Rather, I should thank Dr. Nupur to set the tone. I mean, she really talked to the card of, you're the driver of your life, and that was the message for the day. And then Rajvin took over and talked about her journey, which is so inspiring. And then C.K. Arora with his Gospels of Happiness in a very different flavor today, because I've been seeing Dr. C.K. Arora in a very different flavor. But today he's been in a very quiet mood and, showing the signs of, wisdom. So I'm really grateful. So I will continue this journey, and the continued journey of being the light will take about 25 minutes in this session. Although the topic that I'm going to talk about is not covered in just 25, 30 minutes. I normally take these sessions for 2 days or 3 days, but I will try if I can put justice to this topic in next 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then 5 minutes for question and answer session. But it would definitely great if everyone participates either through the chat box or by unmuting yourself during the session. I would ask people to really come up. So this is going to be very helpful. So I quickly just start sharing my screen. So the topic that I'm going to talk about is yes, being the light, and is the whole theme, and tapping into the unlimited potential. We have been really listening to this whole conversations about unlimited potential. हमारे पास कितना potential है, हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं जिंदगी में, सब कुछ प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. हमने कितना कुछ motivational speakers से सुना है, समझा है. But most of the times we land ourselves getting into a space where हमें नहीं पता कि कैसे करें, कैसे होगा. करना है, कर सकते हैं, कैसे होगा. It is a similar thing that when we ask that we have huge potential, we make ourselves tend to believe कि हम वो कर सकते. Potential का मतलब है कि हो जाएगा. And this is a kind of misnomer. This is a kind of over exaggeration sometimes on the both states. कि अगर हम बोल रहे हैं कि हमारे पास पोटेंशियल है, तो हम assume करते हैं, या we'll also feel entitled that this is going to happen in our lives. The moment we say be the light, yes, be the light, but are we doing enough to connect with the light and the being the light? We have been talking about the light since ages, talking about the light ever since the program has started. But what are we really practicing through various reflection sessions is going to make a difference. So the practice is going to hold the key if we are really doing anything. And today also, when I'm going to talk about all those principles and all those wisdom talks, and the practice is going to make a huge difference. If you really promise that this is going to happen, then only the session is going to make worth. So my promise is that I'm going to give you a framework which has worked for me, which can work for you also. So be the light. So before I go ahead, I want to really talk about an author called Thich Nhat Hanh, who's basically a spiritual philosopher. He's a guide. He is a Buddhist, and he really talked about how things really work in the spiritual domain. And what he says is very beautiful. It's on the screen. हम जो भी चाहते हैं ना, वो पहले से हम हैं. You already are what you are seeking. So what his quote says, why search anymore? You are a wonderful manifestation already. तुम पहले से हो जो तुम ढूंढ रहे हो. Actually, the fact is the whole universe has come together to make your existence possible. So there is nothing that is not you. The kingdom of God, the pure land, nirvana, happiness and liberation are all you. जब सब कुछ पहले से हो तो फिर प्रॉब्लम क्या है? फिर हम ये क्यों बोलते हैं बी द लाइट? फिर हम क्यों बोलते हैं बी व्हाट यू बिकम? द पॉइंट इज, हम जब सोच रहे हैं कि हमें बनना है, वो हमारे लिए बैरियर बन रहा है. दैट इज द होल पैराडॉक्स ऑफ द होल गेम. कि हम सोचते हैं कि मुझे अचीव करना है, मुझे मैं स्ट्राइव कर रहा हूं, मुझे स्ट्रगल करना है, मुझे फाइनेंशियल गोल्स को अकम्प्लिश करना है. वी हार्डली रियलाइज दैट इज नेगेटिव एनर्जी ऑलवेज ब्लॉकिंग अस. Consider you are already abundant, and then start operating from that space, then you see abundance will be yours. If you don't know the starting point, you can start becoming grateful to you already have. Right now, what you have, you cannot start grateful. So I'm going to talk about it a little more, but this quote is going to be setting the tone for the day. That yes, what you are seeking, you already are. So when you talk about being the light, the paradox is you already are. But yes, let's talk from that space. So now let's understand what is potential. The nature of potential is unstructured. The logical mind will say कि potential हमें ऐसा मिल जाएगा step 1 करने से, step 2 करने से, step 3 करने से, step 4 करने से. और जब हम skills accomplish कर लेंगे, जब हमारे पास काबिलियत हो जाएगी, तब हमारा potential कभी फिर किसी दिन realize हो जाएगा, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. But the point is, this nature of potential is such that is so non-linear that हमें समझ ही नहीं आता कि वो स्ट्रक्चर, उसका कोई स्ट्रक्चर नहीं है. स्ट्रक्चर तो हमने अभी लॉजिकल माइंड से बनाया है, but the nature of the structure is completely unstructured. What is happening in the invisible domain is not that we can really fathom for, right? So there is an unlimited nature of potential, but that the problem is कि क्या पोटेंशियल जो है वो क्या हमारी करंट रियलिटी है? क्या हम ये मान सकते हैं? Let's say when you say that our potential is to become millionaire, a multi-millionaire, so is it going to be real? We don't know, but potential is yes, it is. पर आप ये कहीं ना कहीं हम यार माइंड क्या मानता है, अरे हम मल्टी मिलियनर कल बन ही जाएंगे यार, हमारे पास इतना पोटेंशियल है. बट इज इट गोइंग टू हैपन फॉर यू? नो. But the point is, the moment you stop looking for abundance, the moment you stop looking for becoming a millionaire, you get to that space of the completeness. This is where you start attracting what your really potential is. Lot many people talk about 3-year goal, 5-year goal, 2-year goal, or 1-year goal, which is okay to have strategize. But whenever I talk about manifestation, never ever set any time limit or never ever set any standard. आपने बोला मेरे को 5 करोड़ चाहिए, अगर आपको बहुत ही क्लियर है 5 करोड़ चाहिए तो बोल दो 5 करोड़ चाहिए. ये क्यों बोलते 5 साल के बाद मिलेगा या 2 साल के बाद मिलेगा? Who knows tomorrow is going to be the lottery day for you? Who knows? Why are you setting the tone for the day? So current reality is not what your potential is talking about. Your potential is huge, but the point again I'm talking about, ये भी एक paradox है. The moment we say कि हमारा पोटेंशियल अगर 5 करोड़ का है तो हमें मिल ही जाएगा, ये स्ट्राइविंग भी हमारे लिए बैरियर बन सकती है. तो जब ये पोटेंशियल नहीं है, अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड नहीं है, तो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज आवर पोटेंशियल? आप चैट बॉक्स में अपने थॉट्स शेयर कर सकते हैं. आपको क्या लगता है पोटेंशियल? पोटेंशियल ये है कि एक संभावना है, एक पॉसिबिलिटी है, एक ह्यूज है, पर आपको नहीं पता. द मोमेंट यू नो योर सेल्फ फर्स्ट, पहले तो अपने आप को जानो, फिर आपको पोटेंशियल आता है. हाउ मच टाइम हैव यू रियली स्पेंड ऑन योरसेल्फ टू नो हु यू रियली आर? How many times have the question struck in your mind that this is who I am? Am I this? Am I my body and who am I? जब आपको अपने बारे में नहीं पता है तो आपको आपके पोटेंशियल के बारे में कौन बता सकता है? I really pity those people who listen to this motivation speaker and says, "Oh, I have huge potential, but what is the plan of action? What are you going to do tomorrow? What is the first stage? What is the first thing that you talk about? In the morning, in the evening, what are the stages that you're going to do it?" There's no plan. Oh, I have a huge potential. Oh, you're very happy, can go dancing on the floor and then so on and so forth. So, but the point is, the first thing that you have to understand, yes, the potential is this, but this is not going to happen or going to happen. This is not in your hands. Okay. So let's understand, let's assume, let me take you and rock you through how your day goes. आप सुबह उठते हो, कितने लोगों ने मूवी देखी है? वो कौन सी थी, वो तारे जमीन पे, जिसमें एक गाना था, कुदरत का नारा, लगे रहो, you know, that's all our day goes. सुबह उठते हैं, काम करते हैं, खाना, वुमेन खाना बनाते हैं या मैन भी खाना बनाते हैं, जो भी खाना बनाते हैं, सुबह स्कूल जाते हैं, ऑफिस जाते हैं, then go to work, have the stressful experiences and come back, go to sleep, watch TV or public TV, come back, come again. यही काम करते हैं, सुबह उठते हैं. क्या ये जीवन है? सुबह उठना, खाना पीना, क्या ये जीवन है? And I'm not talking from person who, इसको जिंदगी ने काम करना बंद कर दिया, पर क्या whenever we have starting our life, so have we really thought and sat with ourselves, what is our life? And how, I mean, sometimes they say, okay, मुझे गुस्सा आ गया, अरे गुस्सा दिला दिया गया, अरे मैं परेशान हूं क्योंकि ऐसा हो गया, स्टॉक मार्केट में मेरा शेयर नीचे आ गया, मैं क्या करूं, मेरे को परेशान होना ही था, मेरे पास को खुश रहने का कोई हक ही नहीं है. कई लोग, लॉट मेनी पीपल सिंग अ सॉन्ग, मैं तो वो हूं जिसे हार में रोना था. ये तो some people are getting hurt by something, somebody hurt by emotions, feelings, thoughts. Some people blame circumstances, some people blame environment, and there is a very natural, they say this is a natural reaction. भाई क्या नहीं करता, उसने अगर नहीं बोला होता तो how I would have really behaved like that. So there is an unconscious behavior. This is consistently coming onto your stream, and day in and day out. Now, the stress behavior is such, either we fight with the situation or we just move away from the situation. We don't encounter the situation whenever the problem comes in or person encounters you or challenges you. You just move away from the situation thinking that the conflict is going to go out. This is not going to happen. But are we really sitting down, facing the challenge, or are we responding? This is something that the question need to ask. If we have to really tap our potential, we just first have to know who we are. First we have to know what we are, what are our emotions day in and day out. So if we are just focusing on a normal day, then my dear friend, the potential that you're really talking about is a very fairy deal, fairy dream. It is not going to manifest. Okay. So yes, we have to understand what are your responses, what are your reactions, what are your behaviors day in and day out, and are you willing to let go of the behavior which is not working for you? That is the question that you need to ask. Okay. So that is the first thing. Now, how to transition to the conscious behavior? कैसे करोगे conscious behavior से? अच्छा जो अच्छा, I forgot to tell you the quote that was the red was also a mindful coach. Now, the पहली चीज क्या है ट्रांजिशन करने के लिए? पहले तो जो भी आपकी जिंदगी में हो रहा है right now, whether it is good or bad, whether it is stressful or challenging, whether are you really mindful, are you really feeling the heat of the moment? क्या आप भाग रहे हो सिचुएशन से, या फिर सिर्फ और सिर्फ उससे लड़ाई कर रहे हो? या फिर तीसरी चीज क्या है कि आप माइंडफुल हो, आप सिर्फ ऑब्जर्व देख रहे हो? यस, आई एम जस्ट एन ऑब्जर्वर. यस, यू आर फीलिंग द हीट, यू आर फीलिंग द इमोशंस, your face is becoming red, your heart is palpitating, and you are present in that moment. You are not running away, you're not fighting, or you're not getting flight. So let's say if you want to grow, if you want to enhance your communication skills, and someone comes to you and gives you a very challenging situation or challenging conversation, and then you move away from that challenging situation because you do not want to confront that person, and then you talk about enhancing the communication skills, how is it going to happen? And that next step when you are, let's say you're playing in the stock market, you're not playing, you're investing in the stock market, and the stock market is going up and down and up and down, and you structure the stock market because that is giving you stress. How are you going to become courageous in face of adversity? So if the qualities which is making you become successful, or the potential which is unlimited, the qualities are the someone which is going to tap you to get unlimited, how are you going to ensure that you become successful? So the very first thing I always honor that and purport it is be present. Don't run away. If someone encounters you, when someone gives you a shit, आप बोलते हो कि मुझे इससे बात नहीं करना, मुझे इससे जिंदगी भर तक बात नहीं करना, I ask you to take that shit. To take that shit. Believe you me, if you take that shit, you will not take any shit in the future because you're not going to resist, right? So be present and be mindful, okay? So that is the way, how can you transition from your unconscious behavior to the conscious behavior? Because when you take that shit, you can actually become so powerful from inside that you can actually respond in a way. मैंने कितनी बार सर किया है, कितनी बार with all the coaches and friends over here, not many times when I started taking that shit, I started responding by spreading happiness and joy. But it's very difficult, let me tell you that. It takes a lot. I sometimes seek help from the healers over here. One of them is Meenu Jwanocha. I get into that space of shittiness at times, but I never give up. I'm persistently encountering the situation, but when something comes up, I need healing, I go to my healers also. But that does not mean you just have to run away because situations are not favoring you. So be mindful and be conscious in your approach, because that life is more powerful life than living a dead life. Now, the question is, are we tapping it or we want to tame it? सो आपको अगर टैप करना है ऐसे ऐसे पोटेंशियल को, हाँ भाई पोटेंशियल कैसा है, कहाँ पे है, वो टैप करना है या सिर्फ नॉक करना है, और आप मास्टर या फिर मास्टर बनना चाहते हो, ये क्वेश्चन अपने आप से पूछना है. टैप करने से क्या जिंदगी में परिवर्तन आ जाएगा? आपका पोटेंशियल जो है, जो आपका ह्यूज पोटेंशियल है, जहां पे आप पावरफुली डील कर सकते हो रिलेशनशिप्स में पैसे को और फिजिकल मैनिफेस्टेशंस को, या फिर आप उसको टेम करना चाहते हो, यस यस यू बिकम द मास्टर ऑफ योर डेस्टिनी, द क्वेश्चन है टू यू हैव टू आस्क योरसेल्फ। और उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, यू हैव टू एक्सेस द सोर्स। द सोर्स कहां पे है, जहां से सब कुछ आ रहा है, जहां से सब कुछ आपको मिल रहा है, कंसिस्टेंटली मिल रहा है, एनर्जी मिल रही है, ऑक्सीजन मिल रहा है, क्योंकि आप ऑक्सीजन लेने के लिए कुछ नहीं कर रहे हो। The oxygen is actually free of cost. You go out and get an oxygen over there. तो ऐसे नेचर्स के कितने रिसोर्सेज हैं, जो सोर्स है वहां पे जाओ। गंगा जल आपको पीना होता है तो आपका जो सोर्स है वो गंगोत्री है। आप बाकी जगह पे आप पीने जाएंगे तो आपको मिक्सचर ऑफ पानी मिलने वाला है। तो सोर्स क्या है, डू यू हैव द टेक्नोलॉजी, डू यू हैव द रिसोर्सेज और द फ्रेमवर्क टू एक्सेस द सोर्स? द क्वेश्चन इज, द पैराडॉक्स इज, you are already at the source. You already at the source. Now, लोग बोलते हैं miracles होते हैं जिंदगी में, तो I tell miracles happen every single moment. Just because आपको नजर नहीं आते मॉर्निंग में सितारे, in the morning you don't see stars, doesn't mean that the stars won't happen in the morning. It is only the sun's rays which stop the stars for you to be visible. So आप खुद ही सोर्स हो, क्योंकि अब आपको देखना है कि अनवांटेड चीजों को कैसे निकालना है. It was a famous story which I always tell to people, which is a famous it was an ancient philosopher, an ancient sculptorist by the name Michelangelo, and he was so famous across the world that the king of Greek once visited him and said, can you make my sculpture? He said, yes. Why not? You're the king, I cannot dishonor you. And he created a sculpture of the king. And the one fine day when king reached to this place, और बोलता है मेरा sculpture दिखाओ, this what is sculpture? He was so amazed कि कैसे stone से उसने sculpture बना दिया. और उसने पूछा, king ने पूछा कि how did you make the sculpture from my sculpture from the stone? Is exactly my replica. And he gently said, I did not do anything. You were already there in the stone. All I did was to remove unwanted pieces from the stone. So who you want to reach is already there. So all the work you got to do is what stops us. क्या unwanted है, क्या beliefs हैं आपके, क्या सोच रहे हो? क्योंकि एक बिलीफ बड़ा स्ट्रांग होता है कैपेबिलिटी और पोटेंशियल के बीच में, जो बिलीफ बहुत स्ट्रांग होता है, which is I need to deserve to get what I want to get. And that is the strongest belief. And that is the strongest subconscious belief, that I need to do something to deserve it so that I get something. My dear friend, you deserve everything because you deserve it. You deserve everything because you deserve it, already deserve it. So where does that belief come? From our childhood, from our childhood experiences. People have said something and we start believing that, and the whole situation is in the mess. So be the source. Now the point is, if we really want to tap that unlimited potential, we have to believe it, that this is going to happen. This is happening. It's just a matter of time. The moment you put intention into the universe, just believe it is going to come to you. And I tell you from my experiences, last 2 years, I haven't been able to generate that kind of income, which I could not generate in many, many years. Because my time has come now, because I've been talking and been tapping into that my potential. And universe का जो time होता है आपको नहीं पता होता, कब वो कितना छप्पर फाड़ के देता है आपको पता नहीं, but you have to keep on intending, keep on acting in action. So are you taming it? Are you want to master it, or you just want to touch and come back? All right. So I just need 10 more minutes or 5 more minutes. How much time I have? Minuji, I can have 5 more minutes. Will I be okay with you? 5 more minutes?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, cool, lovely. So I was wondering, I'm a little fast or slow. I'm just talking about it. So now, how to access that source is the key question. आप बोलोगे, आप बोल रहे हो सर source को access कर लो, तो कैसे access करने वाले हो? So I invite everyone here is to be willing to transcend your personality. Now, not boasting your personality. आप सब बोलते हो यार मुझे पर्सनैलिटी को इनहैंस करना है, पर्सनैलिटी को पावरफुल बनाना है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये करना है. मैं आपको बोलता हूं, आप आर यू विलिंग टू ट्रांसेंड? आर यू विलिंग टू ड्रॉप योर पर्सनैलिटी? आर यू विलिंग टू ड्रॉप योर ईगोज? आर यू विलिंग टू ड्रॉप योर क्वालिटीज which has given you success in the past? At what cost? If you think that you are a powerful communicator, at what cost? There are some belief that you've been hitting here because you have to prove it something or the other. So आपकी ego क्या है? No, I cannot do some justice to the ego part here in this few minutes because I only have 2 to 4 or 5 minutes right now. Otherwise, ego अपने आप में this is such a big, और हमें लगता है ego का मतलब होता है अहम. कि अगर if a person is so powerful, उसका सेल्फ बिलीफ बहुत स्ट्रांग है, हमको क्या बोलते हैं? अरे यार उसकी ईगो है. शाहरुख खान यूज्ड टू से आई एम द बेस्ट. अरे बहुत ईगोइस्ट है. तो शाहरुख खान ये बोलता था आई एम द बेस्ट एंड सो इज एवरीवन. दैट इज हिज बिलीफ दैट वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट. वो ईगो नहीं है कि मैं बहुत अच्छा हूं. ईगो वो है जो आपको बोलता है कि मैं लिमिटेड हूं, जो मैं हूं, मैं सबसे अलग हूं, मैं डिफरेंट हूं, मेरे को कुछ आज नया करना है, मुझे कुछ डिफरेंट करना है लोगों से. आज मुझे सेशन लेना है, कुछ डिफरेंट करूंगा मैं आज. तो दैट इज योर ईगो टॉकिंग. बट व्हाट इफ यू कनेक्ट विद एवरीवन हियर इन दिस होल रूम and take energy with every room, every person in the room? That is not your ego talking, that is your self-belief is talking, right? So the point is, when you want to access the soul, it exists now. No, ये वाला भी नहीं, अभी चला गया, ताली बजाया, खत्म, पास खत्म. ये not this moment, no, not this moment, this moment, no, not this moment only, this very moment. Oh, ये वाला moment भी नहीं, ये वाला moment, अबे ये वाला moment भी नहीं. आपका जो मोमेंट है ऑफ ट्रूथ इज दिस राइट नाउ. नाउ अब क्या करेंगे हम, जब हमारे को इतनी सारी चीजें आ रही हैं, इतनी सारी चीजें जा रही हैं, इतने सारे इमोशंस आ रहे हैं. देयर आर मोर देन 60,000 थॉट्स व्हिच कम्स टू आवर माइंड एवरी सिंगल डे एंड मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर रेपिटेटिव थॉट्स. तो करना क्या है? आर यू विलिंग टू बिकम द विटनेस ऑफ योर थॉट्स एंड इमोशन? आई एम नॉट आस्किंग यू टू बिकम अ सेज और फिलोसोफर, बट आप कुछ समय निकालें पूरे दिन में, आधा घंटा निकालें या 10 मिनट निकालें. आप उस समय सिर्फ बैठ के अपने थॉट्स को विटनेस कीजिए एंड यू विल बी सरप्राइज्ड कि मोस्ट ऑफ द थॉट्स दैट यू विटनेस एंड फॉलो योर थॉट्स इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. और वो मजेदार बात क्या है? वी आर सो कनेक्टेड विद द होल पीपल. सबकॉन्शियस माइंड से हमारे कितना कनेक्ट, साइंस ने प्रूव कर ली कि हमारे सबकॉन्शियस माइंड कनेक्टेड है दूसरे के साथ. वो थॉट्स आपके है ही नहीं. Many times when you enter into a different room, you suddenly get different emotions. How? Because the other people's thoughts impact you. So don't believe in your thoughts, because when you moment you watch your thoughts feeling, you believe, oh, this is not something I want to believe. And the moment you transcend your ego or personality, when you start witnessing your thoughts, that is where you can connect to the core self. अब वो जो core self है ना, वहां पे आपकी पर्सनालिटी खत्म हो जाती है, वहां पे ईगो खत्म हो जाती है, तब आप फ्लो में काम करते हो. मुझे नहीं पता मैं क्या करता हूं. whenever I come and deliver my talk, all I know is the beginning, end and middle. That's it. And the rest flows through me, flows from my experiences. Never get prepared from the stories and so on and so forth. It flows through me. मुझे पता है कहीं ना कहीं बार sometimes जैसे भी the universe just takes over me and just start talking about it. So the more important part is, are you really connected with the source to tap your unlimited potential which is there in you? And then what is your core purpose? क्या कभी आपने सोचा है कि आप यहां पर क्या करने आए हो? Why you are coming here? Or have you come only here to eat and do shit or what? Or is there something else that you have come for? किस लिए आए हो यहाँ पे? इस पृथ्वी पर आप आए ही क्यों हो? Why you have come on this earth? Right? And what are you willing to die for? किसके लिए आप मरने को तैयार हो? अपने लिए, अपनी फैमिली के लिए, या पूरे वर्ल्ड के लिए? किसके लिए? What is the purpose of your life? And the moment you decide, the moment you understand, this is where you're willing to die for, your purpose emerges for you. All right? And there is a separate exercise that you do. It's more than 3 days exercise. सिर्फ purpose design करने के लिए जो हमारे training programs में होते हैं. It's not easy, but the first thing is, if you want to tap the unlimited potential, first thing is you have to identify what is your purpose, and that talks about how are you moving toward your potential, right? Now, I talked about the quote. I'm speaking it again. You are already what you want to be, and your refusal to believe it is the only reason that you not see it. जो आपका पोटेंशियल आप टैप करना चाहते हो ना फ्यूचर में, कभी जो अपनी टेक्निक से टैप करना चाहते हो, तो मैं आपको एक quote deta hu, you already are that. Now, all the modalities that you're listening actually are actually helping you reach that quote. सब कुछ वही आपको पहुंचा वहीं पे रहे हैं, लेकिन द रियलिटी है कि पहले आपको ये समझना है कि आपको फिर भी कहीं पहुंचना नहीं है. ये modalities are just the tools. Just the tools. You don't have to run for these modalities. Just the tools, because you already are, because there's so much of things which is already clouded in your head, your beliefs and everything else. Modality is going to help you uncover those beliefs. And you are the barrier, you are the problem, and you are actually what you believe it. Now, why manifestation techniques won't work? Because you think that you have to crave for something. आप सोचते हो कि मुझे पैसा चाहिए, मुझे दौलत चाहिए, मुझे घर चाहिए, मुझे finances चाहिए, I need relationships, I need people, I need everything. That means you are already in the state of lack. That means you desiring something, you're already in state of lack. So how can you manifest? You can only manifest what you already are. That's a paradox. So what do? You start thanking for what you do have, and that's where you become the magnet, as what Mr. Happiness Coach Figueroa talked about. When you are satisfied and grateful, that is where you attract and you become a magnet, and that's where the potential which you're tapping, you get to that space immediately, because you get the happy natural state. आपका happy natural state जो है वो हमेशा से है, हमेशा से रहेगा, कहीं नहीं गया. आप चले जाते हो, but your happy natural state is already there, right? So now I'm just going to run the last slide because it is going to really बोर्ड सेशन बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा. तो ये जो पूरा टेक्निक है वर्क कैसे करता है, आपको सिर्फ 3 चीजें करनी है. टुवर्ड्स द एंड आई वांट टू शो यू द टेक्निक. तो पहला है, जो भी whatever you want, what in your potential, what you want to be a light for, just put an intention. सुबह intention डाल दो, this is what I want. उसके बाद भूल जाओ. A farmer never goes and run away from the seed what he sows in the ground. हम बार बार चेक करते हैं, अच्छा अभी हुआ कि नहीं हुआ, अच्छा हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. लेकिन फार्मर जब डाल देता है ना सीड जमीन में, उसको पता है ये फ्रूट तो उगना ही उगना है. सो इसी तरीके से when you become the farmer of your life, just put the intention in the ground that this is going to happen and believe it. Be like a farmer and be curious what's showing up. आप बोल दो मुझे 5 करोड़ चाहिए, खत्म. आप बोल दो मुझे हैप्पीनेस एंड जॉय चाहिए, खत्म. उसके बाद भूल जाओ. उसके बाद मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज, कुछ लोग ये गलती करते हैं और ये स्टोरीज भी बनी हुई है. एक इंसान होता है वो भगवान पे बिलीव करता है, तो भगवान मुझे रक्षा करना. एक गांव में बाढ़ है, सॉरी आई एम स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी, देयर इज अ फ्लड इन द विलेज. तो वो लोग उसको बचाने के लिए आते रहते हैं, कहते हैं मुझे तो भगवान बचाएगा, मुझे तो भगवान बचाएगा. अरे भगवान किसी और रूप में आ रहे हैं ना. तो the moment you put the seed of intention in the ground, there will be a lot of events that is going to come up. Turbulent events are going to come up. Your duty is to do the action. Even if there is a confronting situation, even if it is a warrior situation, go ahead and do it. Don't sit back. और आपको आएगा, आपको नजर आएगा मुझे एक्शन लेना है, किसी और से आएगा, कोई फ्रेंड बोलेगा, कुछ फ्रेंड आपसे हेल्प मांगेगा, डोंट हेल्प इट. मेरे को कई बार मैं जब पुट सीड डालता हूं तो कॉन्शियस पॉजिटिव की तरफ से शबाना का फोन आता है, कैन यू टेक अ सेशन. मैंने कहा यस, लेट मी टेक इट. मैंने कहा हो सकता है मुझे यही एक्शन लेना हो, हु नोज. एंड द मोमेंट आई टेक दैट कॉन्शियस पॉजिटिव सेशन, मेरे को इतनी अवेयरनेस आती है, मेरे को पता नहीं चलता कि मेरे लिए कोई मैनिफेस्टेशन के लिए चीजें रेडी हो गई. टेक एक्शन इमीडिएटली, इवन इफ इट इज अ स्मॉल एक्शन टू डू. So with this note, I really want to end this session because it's going to take a long time. I'm not going to talk about making these disabilities and flow में कैसे जाते हैं. But मेरे को invitation आपसे है कि potential and reality are two different. और आपको I just want to invite you to just put an intention to the universe and wait for the manifestation to happen. And you already are what you already wanted to see, and you don't have to become somebody. Just be the light and believe it that you are light. With this note, I want to thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much, Vinay, for giving a simple technique to sort our lives out. Thank you.
Life is always simple. We have taken complicated, yes.
Right. So I invite Sonal to take over her task of observing and giving her comments.
Thank you so much, Meenu ji. मैं ऑलरेडी वो थॉट में इतना ज्यादा ऐसे चली गई थी ना कि मैं भूल गई थी कि हाँ अभी मुझे बोलना है. So firstly, thank you so much, C.K. Arora sir and Vinay sir. Again, I will say, जैसे अभी मैंने मीनू जी को बोला कि आई वॉज एक्चुअली इन टू दैट डीप थॉट. सर ने बोला सीड डालो और मेरा ना सीड में पानी डालना भी शुरू हो गया था. So I was already in that process. So I start with C.K. Arora sir. Very beautifully explained. Sir, आपने वो जो प्रिज्म इफेक्ट बताया, मैंने ना वो 10th में जो साइंस में पढ़ा था वो सारा शुरू हो गया था मेरा कि करना. एंड इट वाज सो ब्यूटीफुली, एंड आपने इतनी स्वीटली और इतनी सिंपल वे में बताया द हैप्पीनेस वाला थिंग. एंड लाइक यू गेव द पॉइंटर्स. आपने बोला 16 है, मैं 6 दे रहा हूँ, तो मैंने उतने में वो 6 लिख भी लिए. द पावर ऑफ माइंड सेट, ग्रैटिट्यूड, दिस एंड दैट. बट सर इट्स अ लिटिल लेंदी, मतलब हमको वो थोड़ा वर्कआउट. सो फॉर द हैप्पीनेस थिंग ना, हमेशा एक स्विच होता है लोगों का कि जब आपको वो सैड से या इरिटेटिंग मूड से स्विच करना है. सो ओल्ड सॉन्ग्स, डांस, स्केचिंग, स्कल्पटिंग. इज देयर एनीथिंग दैट यू डू, एनी स्विच जो आपको ऐसा लगता है कि अगर आपको सडनली वो हैप्पीनेस मोड में जाना है, कुछ भी XYZ हो रहा है, इज देयर एनी स्विच फॉर यू दैट यू यूज की 80s के सॉन्ग्स और समथिंग लाइक दैट? कुछ लोग कॉमेडी मूवीज देखते हैं. फॉर मी 80s सॉन्ग्स इज द बेस्ट थिंग, आई विल से. So is there any switch for you that you use as a quick turn के लिए?
Yes, I always sing songs.
Yeah.
आपको पता होगा एक सारे गामा का एक रेडियो अलग से आता है, राइट?
कारवां. हाँ.
कारवां, तो वो खरीदा हुआ है मैंने. Whenever I'm in the bathroom, I just play that and my bath is taken care of, you know. So that is one. Second one is I always dance, you know, whenever I'm alone, because people don't like my dance. लेकिन सक्सेस ज्ञान के जो इवेंट होते हैं उसमें मैं स्टेज पे डांस करता हूँ, चाहे दुनिया कुछ भी सोचे. एंड वहां पे मुझे अच्छा ही सुनने को मिलता है, इवन दो आई हैव नो ट्रेनिंग. Number 3 is laughter. You know, I'm known to be a laughter coach as well, you know. So I always laugh, and I prolong my laughter, you know, because laughter is nothing but breathing exercise. तो कोई भी मुझे थोड़ा सा भी ट्रिगर देता है, मैं उसको ना 10 गुना ज्यादा लाफ करता हूँ. तो पागल हो गया है क्या तू? So that's what I do. Thank you very much for asking.
Thank you so much, sir. Because for me that song thing works. I even cook at times and all that. But 80 songs for me is something that really works. So आपने जब ये बताया तो मुझे ऐसा लगा that yeah, I was thinking कि कुछ तो ऐसा switch sir का भी होगा. And then I wanna talk to Vinay sir. जैसे सर का मैंने बोला, इट वॉज वेरी चोपी एंड वेरी यू नो. सर योर सेशन वॉज वेरी एम्पावरिंग. द इनिशियल स्टेटमेंट यू स्टार्टेड कि जब पूरा यूनिवर्स काम कर रहा है तुम्हें वो बनाने के लिए जो तुम हो, तो कहाँ दिमाग दौड़ाना है. एंड व्हाट पावरफुल लाइन दैट इज कि भाई सोनल को बनाने के लिए पूरी कायनात लगी है और सोनल ने किसी और को सोच रखा है कि ये करना है, वो करना है, दिस दैट. फिर मुझे मेरे दिमाग में एक क्वेश्चन आया था व्हेन यू सेड कि यू नो देयर शुड बी नो टाइम लाइन, कि आपको 5 करोड़ चाहिए तो आप ये मत बोलो 5 साल बाद, यू नेवर नो अभी आ रहा हो. बट देन 5 करोड़ को भी नहीं करना. तो आई गॉट कंफ्यूज कि अच्छा ये भी नहीं करना, ये भी नहीं करना, तो करना क्या है? फॉर दैट यू ऑलरेडी आंसर्ड कि यू आर द सोर्स. अब वो सोर्स को यू हैव टू डिसाइड वेदर टू टेम इट और डैप इट. तो as per that thing is concerned, your whole session was already explained and you know everything. So बस एक क्वेश्चन है, वो शायद थोड़ा सा इससे हटकर है, बिकॉज आपने ऑलरेडी मुझे मेरा आंसर मिल गया था कि करना क्या है कि सोनल तूने सीट डाल देना है और तू काम करती रहे, देख मत उसकी तरफ. तो आई गॉट दी जिस्ट ऑफ द होल वो. बट आपने इसमें एक बात बोली कि सिट यू नो वंस अ डे, और आप रियलाइज करेंगे कि आधी चीजें जो आपके दिमाग में आती हैं वो यूजलेस है, वो होनी नहीं है. राइट. तो वी फॉर दैट वी मेडिटेट, और वी हम संदीप जी ने जब से बोला है मैंने जर्नलिंग शुरू किया है. बट इज देयर एनीथिंग दैट यू विल सजेस्ट टू एलिमिनेट दैट यूजलेस थिंग्स? वो भी थोड़ा टाइम टेकिंग हो जाता है. वो मेडिटेशन में भी सर इट टेक्स years of practice to eliminate. So is there anything that you can suggest to eliminate the useless wala part?
Yes, and yeah, so that comes from the space of awareness. If you have any technique to build that awareness, you can many creative ways. For example, a lot of people put some timers after every 1 hour in the alarm clock so that they will get that awareness done. A lot of people do. Yeah, तो क्या होता है कि हर घंटे पे ना आपको पता चल जाता है कि आप kya kar rahe ho? And when the timer rings in, ask
Ah,
yourself, why am I doing what am I doing?
okay, okay. Nice, interesting. I like
That
it.
is one thing.
Ah,
What I do personally, which has really worked for me, I always talk about in the consciously positive, is the savers concept. Which I do it in the morning. So savers
okay.
में क्या होता है कि S stands for sitting in silence in the morning for 2 minutes or 5 minutes. So पहले तो 5 मिनट के लिए आप बैठ जाओ and बस सिर्फ बैठो अपने साथ, कुछ नहीं करो उठने के बाद, मोबाइल फोन नहीं देखने का है. But then start affirming how you want your day, like putting in the seed into the ground, and start affirming loudly, speaking loudly in the bathroom or wherever. That is also for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Then start visualizing how you want your day to happen. I want my day to happen in full self-awareness, which is called V part in the savers part. You visualize the whole day, okay? And then go ahead and do some little bit of physical activity. कुछ क्योंकि आपकी ना psychology और physiology दोनों dependent है. Your physiology determines your psychology. So you have to do some kind of actions, which is your body actions that produces the endorphins in the body, which keeps the system running. Right? A lot of people who do little gymming, stop gymming, know how the whole system works.
Right.
So this is called E part of exercising. And then after you exercise, don't just sit back and relax and just start working. Sit back again for 5 minutes. आप लिखना शुरू करो, कुछ पढ़ो, कोई भी एक 10 लाइन की बातें पढ़ो और अपने thoughts को लिखो. So this is what I do. Savers. E stands for exercise, R stands for reading, and S stands for scribbing. So I use this do savers concept. कुछ लोग बहुत creatively कुछ करते हैं. I really heard about some ब्रह्मा कुमारी का एक एप्लीकेशन है, वो पता नहीं नाम क्या मुझे नहीं पता. वो हर घंटे के बाद ना एक बीप देता है और वो बीप आधे मिनट की होती है, which brings you to the self awareness. I don't remember, somebody was talking about it. So you can find many creative ways to be self aware, so that the filtering happens कि जो unwanted चीजें वो निकल जाए और wanted की तरफ focus हो जाए. But it needs a lot of practice. Easier said than done.
Right. Savers में sir last S क्या था?
Scribbing, writing, scribbing.
Okay.
Just writing, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. And anyone else is having any questions, sir say, CK sir say, या Vinay sir say, you can please go ahead. मेरा तो sorted है.
Good.
CK, what a fantabulous presentation. I learned a lot from you as a laughter coach. Thank you,
Rajin.
Vinay, what can I say? You're phenomenal each time. Keep up the good work. You guys are amazing. And look forward for tomorrow's session. And next year I'll be presenting again on the 9th. Mavin Spiritual Fest. Yay!
Yeah, thank you, Rajvin, for making so long and being in the session. Yeah, great.
Okay, Sonal, can I come in if somebody's not?
Yeah, please. I don't think anyone else is asking.
Okay. So I'm just going to make a comment. It's not a question, and it's just my probably take on things. It's so what I would say is not a contradictory point to either of the speakers, just my view. I've come to a point inflection in life where I don't believe in the concept of happiness, because I feel that the moment you talk about happiness, it is but sure that unhappiness is the other side of the coin. And for me, what I started working in that journey, I think Nupur ma'am has also played a very, very pivotal role, is to get into a state of blissfulness. Because then the blissfulness doesn't have it is the only sikka jiske piche ka na aur kuch nahi hai. Matlab, there is no tail or head, which means I'm not in a state of happiness, because it's just absolutely impossible that if you're happy, you're not going to be unhappy. You will be unhappy. So it's going to be a constant motion between two forums, between happiness and happiness. Yes. While having said that, I'm not saying it's easy. It's getting into a state of blissfulness is not that you turn it on your tap today and you get into it tomorrow. Because I believe, and I strongly believe, you can be in a state of blissfulness only when you've gone through absolute pandemonium and hell in life. Because a person who understands the deepest, darkest floors of the ocean is the only one who can understand the air and the sunlight over the water. And that's when you actually you respect both. All right, because you lose fear of the depth, but you also respect the sun, but you get into a state of bliss because God forbid, if you go back to the depth of the ocean, you know how to navigate it. So you're actually going to be pretty okay even in that depth because you made it your or this thing. So it's not that you've accepted it; it's just that you meandered it. The other part which I wanted to actually say is, and after listening to Vinay, is the fact that I agree with him on one level that uh, in a way my own spiritual journey started a long time back, but I started understanding it now. So when I quit my job about 13, 14 years back, there was a larger calling, something kept calling in. And I was somebody who achieved extreme great success at a very young age, by 30, 31. When I started off my career, I never even thought I would be. And then I fell into a trap of being in the future. Okay. And then I started getting out of that trap and I stopped. And thanks to Nupur ma'am, I've stopped living in the next 2 hours. I'm right now in the moment. I'm not even thinking the day. We will cross every hour as it comes. And what it's done is, I understood that I have a larger purpose, but I'm not chasing that larger purpose because, like a beautiful puzzle, it will open out in front of me. So I'm not chasing that puzzle. I'm not chasing money. I'm not chasing anything. The fact I understand where I am is the whole idea of the potentiality, because I also believe, and going by what Vinay said, somebody wants to make money or millionaire or whatever. So my fundamental, which I keep speaking to Nupur ma'am also is, let's say you decide tomorrow morning that your calling is you want to be a billionaire. Do you think that's going to happen tomorrow? Maybe 5 years, 10 years, maybe in the next 4 years it might happen. But it's not going to happen till you are able to understand every spectrum of the reality of life. Because God willing or God forbid that $1 billion or billion rupees was to come into your pocket and you got that blessing of the Almighty and you didn't know how to either work around with your mental or ego with that, you lose that money or you spoil other people around you. That's not a blessing. That becomes an absolute. So if you want that $1 billion, first of all, you've got to be extremely detached from that $1 billion. It cannot be just the money. So you will find in our society, a lot of people have made a lot of money, but lost it overnight also. And then there are people who are actually making a lot of money, but actually not attached to the money. And the reason is, everyone can sit down and be very, very critical of Ambani ki wo aisa hai, wo aisa hai. But you have to also understand that Mukesh Ambani gets up in the morning, makes 50,000 crores in a day and also loses 60,000 crores in a day. Now imagine if your Wi-Fi was to get switched off for about 5 minutes in your house, you'll go bonkers. Now that man has the potentiality to lose 60,000 crores in one day. And he has to maintain his balance, both physically, mentally, spiritually in his place to kind of think. So I would give a very crude example in that कि आप सोचो कि किसी ने आपको पकड़ के इतना मारा और torture किया और उसके बाद they strip you naked to your genitals and then they say now you go. Now after all that, if you can still focus on what you have to achieve without being bothered that you're naked and you've taken the beating, oh God, you really achieved that blissfulness, because the focus is just to achieve what has to be achieved. And you have to also understand to achieve something in life. And this is my personal thing. So I'm not giving any gyan. I'm just saying what I understand of life. You want something in life, you got to give back something in life. You want money, you want power, you will have to give away something, because not everything can come to you. या तो आप फैमिली देख लो, या पीस देख लो, या पैसा देख लो, दोनों चीजें नहीं आएंगी. मगर अगर आप स्टेट ऑफ ब्लिस में चले जाओ तो फिर आपके लिए हार जीत कुछ नहीं है, फिर वो पर्पस हो जाता है कि जो आपने करना है वो आपकी कॉलिंग है. तो गौतम बुद्धा कैन नॉट बिकम गौतम बुद्धा इफ ही डिड नॉट रिनाउंस हिज फैमिली, हिज वाइफ एंड ऑल. ना वो बोले मुझे बीवी भी चाहिए, राजपाट भी चाहिए और मैं गौतम बुद्धा भी बन जाऊं, दोनों चीजें नहीं हो सकती. That's my, I think, 2 cents on this whole thing. Thank you.
Great, Sherry. I just want to add one point here, which is the moment we start setting up some goals, there are various levels of goals. Sometimes people do not understand why they want certain goals, which is money or relationships or whatever, or their health. But moment you access their core self, जो आप joy बता रहे हो हरमीत, that is where you start understanding what do you really want, why you really want. I mean, when I work with entrepreneurs, they say, I want to become a 500 crore company. And bloody, why you want 500 crore company when the same thing can be achieved by the even the 200 crore setup? So what is the fun of making 500 crores and just making losses day by day and just to ensure that we have in 5 countries doesn't make any sense. So the question is why? Why that goal? And when you understand the core why, there is a harmony all around. You can actually accomplish everything. But the why you want that goal is something that you need to really go through. And जब why पता चल जाता है, तो आपका goal change हो जाता है. अच्छा मुझे पैसे नहीं चाहिए, अच्छा मुझे ये चाहिए. That's what the point is. Second is the biggest cacophony and biggest belief that people have. वो ये बोलते हैं कि मुझे ना कुछ पाने के लिए ना कुछ डिजर्व होना पड़ता है. And we do not know that हमने पास्ट में कितना एक्सपीरियंसेस किया वो उसको भूल जाते हैं. तो वो हमने सीड्स डाले हुए हैं, तो डिजर्व होना पड़ता है. वो बिलीफ स्ट्रॉन्ग इतना आ जाता है कि वो जो सीड्स डाले हैं वो उसको मैनिफेस्टेशन होने के लिए हम रोक देते हैं. द पॉइंट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक इज दैट believe it that is going to happen. And if the journey has to go into that transition, that journey, if you will go to that journey, yes,
absolutely.
अगर वो मैनिफेस्टेशन कर करके अगर तुमने कौन बने करोड़पति में 2-3 करोड़ जीत भी लिया है, the next day you're going to go losses. It's not going to make any difference.
It doesn't make a difference.
Yes, that's the point I want to make it. So, but thank you.
Absolutely.
That's valuable points, Dharmeet.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I want to say something about what Harmeet ji spoke. I was talking to Nupur ma'am a few days back, and she told me, "Kal ke session mein na what Harmeet spoke, just go and watch that." I know her; it's been years, and ma'am na ऐसे names mention नहीं करती हैं. And today I got the answer why she spoke. अब मुझे याद है, मुझे वो लिंक जा करके देखना है. इतनी deep, इतनी strong points को आप जितनी smoothly and lighter way में present करते हैं. I still remember she said he speaks out of experience, Sonal. He is very blunt. He speaks it out of experience, and that is called mature speaking. And when I was like first sentence, second sentence, and I was like, okay, so this is what ma'am was talking. I'll share the screenshot. वो mentor का एक proud feeling होता है ना कि see, he is the one, you know. वो man के face में वो जो खुशी थी ना, I'll share the screenshot group में now. So I know when you speak, actually, you make it believe what you are saying. So fabulous. So मेरे लिए तो आज जो 3 speakers थे, I have a fourth one also. Thank you so much. It was so
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
I have a request to Harmeet. Please, sir, change the name, the spelling of your name. It should be HERMIT.
You know, Arora Saab,
yes.
You know what's happened is because my father kept this name, and for the longest, people would kind of move between Harmeet and Hermit, and because I also operate with a lot of foreigners, so they tend to actually gravitate towards Hermit. Yes. So and I would laugh many years back because I think I didn't have any bone of being a hermit or a spiritual guy. Trust me, maybe 20 years back, sitting on one of these forums in Mavin or anyone was not even in my, I think DNA में भी मुझे लगता था नहीं होगा. मतलब एक टाइम पे तो मैं I was like strong atheist. मुझे तो भगवान में भी वो नहीं था. किताबें वो पढ़ता था जिसमें मतलब डिबंक होती थी भगवान की बातें. तो जर्नी कहाँ से कहाँ शुरू होती है? It's just an acceptance. And मैं नुपुर मैम को एक चीज और बोलता हूँ, and I keep questioning her, I keep probing, and I say कि I have a very very strong gut feeling there is something maybe in the future which is very extremely tied to me and spirituality. And I leave it at that. I don't go probing into it because it will unfold in itself.
Correct.
When I am on that path, the feeling will get stronger and stronger. And if the feeling vanquishes, that means I've actually moved away from the path. But if it's getting stronger and stronger, I am on the right path. So वो एक ना Paulo Coelho की बहुत बड़ी वो है कि you got to learn to read the signs, and you can read the signs only once you're very calm inside and you're very observant and you understand what's surrounding you. वो नहीं हो तो फिर वो बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटी जो चीजें आपके सामने से आएंगी वो निकल जाएंगी.
निकल जाती है.
हाँ,
बिल्कुल सही कहा.
बट मैं आपका सजेशन दूंगा और उसमें न्यूमरोलॉजी ऐड करनी पड़ेगी. इट वर्क्स फॉर मी और डजंट वर्क.
It's worth it.
That's on a lighter note. That's absolutely on the lighter note.
Yes.
I think the universe knows where anybody is going. So आपको पहले ही ऐसा नाम दे दिया जो similar है hermit के साथ.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So thank you so much, everyone. That was a very enlightening discussion at the end. And anyone else has anything to say or share or ask?
I have to share something.
Yes,
So,
please.
without saying something, I feel that it is incomplete.
Absolutely.
So I would appreciate Vinay, Siketi, and Rajvin also for giving such a lovely talk and clarification regarding different aspects of life. And yes, Sonal has interpreted very beautifully and presented very beautifully. And Harmeet, you are as fabulous as ever. Very intelligent interaction with Vinay. And Vinay, you have really beautifully explained about sowing the seeds. That is where creation happens. The way you create, the way you sow the seed and creation happens. कोई भी नहीं कर सकता है जब तक आप बीज अच्छे से नहीं डालोगे. तो बीज जो है अच्छे से डालो. तो जितने भी टॉक्स हुए हैं, जितने भी सेशंस हुए हैं, you have to sow the seed the right way, and then only light will penetrate inside and give a beautiful creation. That is what happens, and that is what's happening everywhere around us. And I really appreciate each one of us, each one of you out here, each one who are watching over this Mavin festival, that every seed has a meaning. Every seed is growing in their own way. And there are millions and millions and billions of seeds around. And they are growing their own way, and they are going to reach the light. So this is what I would like to say. Thank you very much.
Lovely, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Good night.
Nupurji.
Can I take a
You would
minute?
like to add? Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, please.
I just want to add actually, because when
Yeah.
this all was being said, seed dalo. So it is like seed dalo and fear nikalo, right? So ho jayega. Because universe is seeing you are putting that seed inside. है ना? It knows your intention, right?
Yes.
So seed dalo or fear nikalo. Like we have those two lines na in Hindi poetry. It says, "Veer tum date raho, lakshya par ade raho."
क्या बात.
So it's like that.
I must tell you, for the benefit of the listeners here, Sheetal is a Sanskrit scholar, and स्कूल में कभी भी 100 में से 100 नंबर से कम कभी संस्कृत में आए नहीं उनके.
105.
I just wanted to tell everyone.
Thank you
She
so
was my
much.
schoolmate. That's why I can relate to it.
Thank you so much for that honor.
Wow.
Thank you.
So we are a bunch of school friends also, and the college mates also, and here we are on a common
And
part of
The
spirituality.
beauty is, how has that web been created by the universe?
Yes.
Like we were not in a contact for about, I would say, we met only after 40, I think, Vinay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the beautiful web this universe creates, you meet at the right time with the right people when you are ready to grow. It's not like just randomly anyone will enter into your life.
Yes. Yes.
Shitaji, if I may add, you said about reaping the reaping the seed, right?
Where to meditate home? Yeah.
Reaping the seed,
Hanji.
reaping the seed outside. So I'm reaping the seed for the crown. So
Good.
yay, thank you so much for the overwhelming support. And I just shared on Miss Amazing Glacier, Miss Amazing Glacier for the grand finals post. I will share with you guys soon.
That's
Yes.
wonderful because our job is only to reap the seed and
Yes.
forget it.
Yes.
I've actually reaped the seed of Miss Amazing Age Ram
Yes.
Shivaji. Yes.
So Mavin platform wishes you all the very best for that, Rajwin. Thank you so much for remaining right till the end.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for joining in. Our reflection coach is missing again, so we'll be posting the video later on. And tomorrow we have another aspect of life, the final aspect almost you could say, since it's the second last day. We'll be manifesting with light tomorrow.
Cool.
So we'll welcome you all again to join in for an amazing session with amazing speakers tomorrow. So